Okay. Before we even say hello. Alex, give me your hand.
My hand. Why?
Just give it to me. Today's episode is about negotiation. And I want to start like in the movies. A handshake. Deal made. End of scene.
Okay. Okay. But I have to warn you. My hand is a little warm. And maybe a little sweaty.
Alex, we have been sitting here for 2 minutes. Why is your hand sweaty?
Because you said, give me your hand, like a mafia boss. I got nervous. I didn't know if this was a handshake or a test.
It's a handshake. Relax. Okay? Grab my hand. There. Wow. That is a very committed handshake.
You asked for it. I give 100%.
I can feel the 100%. Okay. The deal is sealed. Everybody, welcome back to the podcast. This is episode 32. I'm Sophia.
And I'm Alex, the man with the sweaty hand. Today's topic, negotiate like a pro.
Yes, and look, behind us we have a new poster in the studio. Prepare. Speak. Negotiate. Succeed. I made it myself at 2 in the morning, and I'm very proud of it.
She also has a new mantra now. Last month it was confident, prepared, powerful. This month she walks around the studio saying prepare, speak, negotiate, succeed. To the plants, to the coffee machine. Yesterday, she said it to the microwave.
The microwave was taking too long. I negotiated. It worked. It heated faster.
It did not.
It did not. But I felt powerful. Okay. And I also see you have your little notebook there. Your deal notes. Can I read them?
Please. I prepared them this morning. I felt very professional.
Okay. Listen to this. Everybody. Alex's deal notes. Number 1. Listen. Number 2. Understand. Number 3. Offer options. Number 4. Build value. Number 5. Win. Win. Alex, you basically wrote our whole episode in 5 lines.
Then my work here is done. I can go home.
No. No. You have to stay. You're the co-host. And also, I noticed your new mug.
Ah, yes. New mug. It says, English. Confidence. Success. I bought it to replace my old one.
Wait. What happened to the old mug? The good English, good life one? That mug was a legend. That mug was in episode 20.
The legend is retired. It had a small crack. And honestly, the new mug matches today's energy. English, confidence, success, and coffee. Mostly coffee.
I respect it. Okay. So, negotiation. Big word. When people hear negotiation, they imagine 2 men in dark suits shouting about millions of dollars, with a big table and a lawyer.
And a briefcase. Always a briefcase. In my head. Negotiation needs a briefcase. If you don't have a briefcase, it's not negotiation. It's just talking.
Exactly. But here's the truth. We negotiate every single day. Without a briefcase. Without a suit. Without knowing it.
Every day. Come on. I didn't negotiate anything today. I woke up. I made coffee. I came here.
Really? Okay. Tell me. This morning, did you talk to yourself about staying in bed 5 more minutes?
Well, yes. But that's not negotiation. That's weakness.
That's negotiation, you said. 5 more minutes. And your brain said, we're going to be late. And then you offered a deal. Okay. 5 minutes. But I'll skip the shower. That's a deal. Alex, you negotiated with yourself. And you lost. But you negotiated.
I did not skip the shower.
So you won?
I was late. Everybody lost.
See? That's a bad deal. A lose. Lose. Which is on your notes too. By the way, win? Win is the goal. Okay. Give me another one. Yesterday, did you negotiate with another human?
Okay. Yes. I wanted to eat pizza. My friend Kareem wanted sushi. We argued for 10 minutes in the street like two lawyers without briefcases.
And what was the result?
We ordered sushi pizza. It was terrible, but it was a deal.
A terrible deal. But a deal. Everybody. This is what I mean. Negotiation is everywhere. Restaurants. Bedtime with kids. Prices at the market. Your salary. Your rent. Your internet bill. The chair at home.
The chair?
Don't play dumb. I know about you and Potato and the chair.
Okay. First of all, Potato is a cat. And cats do not negotiate. Cats take. You either accept the deal or you stand. There is no middle.
That's the most honest sentence about cats ever said. Okay? So today, we're going to learn how to negotiate in English. In real life. Without feeling like a bad person. Because I know that feeling, and I know many listeners have it. You feel like, if I ask for a better price, I'm difficult. If I ask for more money, I'm greedy.
Yes. That feeling is real. In my head. There's a small voice that says, "Don't make trouble. Alex. Just pay and smile."
The pay and smile voice. We're going to retire that voice today. Gently. With love. But we're retiring it.
Okay. But before we retire him, can he at least hear my first story? Because this week, I tried to negotiate my salary.
Wait. You did? Alex, why am I hearing this now? This is huge. Tell me everything. Start from the beginning.
Okay. So, 2 weeks ago, I was talking with an old colleague from my company. We had coffee, and he told me his salary, and then he asked me mine. And when I told him, he made a face.
The face. The you're underpaid face.
Exactly that face. He said, Alex, that's low. For your role, with your experience, that's low. And I felt, I don't know the word, like when somebody opens a window and you discover your room was hot the whole time.
I love that image. You didn't know you were sitting in a hot room. Somebody opens the window, and suddenly you feel it. Wow, this is too hot.
Yes, my room was too hot. So that night, I did my research. I looked at salary websites for my job title, for my city, and my friend was right. I was under the market.
Okay. Hold on. Everybody. This is our poster moment. Prepare. Alex prepared. This is the #1 rule of negotiation. And it's the most boring one. And everybody skips it. Before you open your mouth, you need information. What's the market rate? What's normal? What's your range?
Range. Yes, I found a range for my role. In my city, it's between, let's say, X and Y, and I was under X, under the bottom of the range, like in the basement.
In the salary basement? Okay. So you prepared. Then what? Did you practice what you would say?
I practiced in front of the mirror for 1 hour. Potato watched me from the bed like a small judge.
Potato? The silent judge. What did you say to the mirror?
I said, "Dear Mark, I would like to discuss about my salary, because I think I deserve more money." Then I looked in the mirror, and I thought, it sounds like a complaint, not a negotiation.
Good instinct? And I want to fix 2 small things. Because this is exactly what listeners need. First, discuss about. In English, we just say, discuss my salary. No about. Discuss already includes the about.
Wait, really? So discuss about is wrong?
It's a very common mistake. And everybody understands you. But the natural version is, discuss my salary. Or talk about my salary. Talk takes the about. Discuss eats it.
Discuss eats the about. Okay. I will feed my discuss properly from now on.
Please do. Second thing. I deserve more money is honest. But it sounds a little like a child at a birthday party. In a professional negotiation, we use softer, stronger language. For example, I'd like to talk about my compensation.
Compensation. That's the professional word for pay. Right?
Yes. Compensation is the umbrella. Salary, bonus, benefits, all under the umbrella. It sounds calm and professional. Another one. I'd like to review my salary. Or I'd like to talk about where my salary should be.
Where my salary should be. I like that. It's like a map. My salary is lost, and we need to find its true location.
A salary map. Yes. And then, the magic phrase for numbers. Based on my research, the market rate for my role is between X and Y.
Based on my research. That's strong. Because it's not my opinion. It's data.
Exactly. Data is your briefcase. You don't need a real briefcase. You need data. And one more. My favorite. I was hoping we could get closer to the market range.
I was hoping. Why is that better than I want?
Because I want is a demand. And I was hoping is an invitation. Same message. Different music. In English, we soften the beginning and keep the number strong. Soft voice. Strong number.
Soft voice. Strong number. Okay. That's the mantra version 2. I'm collecting these.
Collect them all. So, you practiced with the judge cat? Then the day came. The meeting with Mark. Tell me what happened. And don't skip the scary parts?
Okay. So, Tuesday, 3 p. Mim. I enter Mark's office. My heart is doing a small concert. I sit down. Mark says, "So, Alex, what's up?" And my brain immediately offered me a deal. "Maybe we can talk about this next week." Nice week. Don't ruin it.
The pay. And smile voice. He appeared.
He appeared loud and clear, but I remembered my mirror practice. So I said, "Actually, Mark, I'd like to talk about my compensation." And the room went quiet for 2 seconds. The longest 2 seconds of my life.
I'm already stressed and I'm just listening. What did he say?
He said, "Okay, tell me more." And I said my research sentence. Based on my research, the market rate for my role is between X and Y, and I'm currently under that range. And then I made my mistake.
Wait? What mistake? You were doing great.
I got nervous, and I said, "So, I was wondering, can we rise my salary?"
Oh. Rise.
Rise. Mark paused, and in that pause, my brain showed me a picture of the sun rising over the mountains, and I understood immediately. I said, "Sorry, raise. Can we raise my salary?" My salary is not the sun. It doesn't rise alone. Somebody has to raise it.
You said that? To your boss?
I said that, and Mark laughed. And honestly, the laugh relaxed the whole room. So maybe the mistake was a gift.
I love that. The mistake broke the tension. Sometimes a small mistake is the best negotiation tool. Because now you're two humans, not two lawyers. Okay. But listeners, quick note? A raise is what your boss gives you. Your salary goes up because somebody raises it. Rise is what the sun does, or what you do in the morning. I rise at 7. My salary rises is possible. But in the office, we say raise.
Raise is the gift. Rise is the sun. Written in the notebook. Okay. So Mark looked at his computer, checked something, and then he said the sentence I was afraid of.
Say it.
"Alex, you're right about the market. But right now, the budget is frozen. My hands are tied."
My hands are tied. Classic boss sentence. It means I can't do it. Because somebody above me said no.
Yes. And in that moment, I felt the negotiation ending. The pay. And smile voice said, "Okay, say sorry. Say thank you. Leave." and I almost did it. I said, I understand.
And then,
I don't know. I remembered your voice in my head. Soft voice. Strong number. So I asked one more question.
What did you ask? I'm proud already.
I said, okay, I understand the budget is frozen. But is there any flexibility in other things? For example, extra vacation days, or a training budget, or a review in 6 months instead of 12.
Alex, that's exactly it. That's the moment the negotiation actually starts. Everybody, listen to this. A no on money is not the end of the negotiation. It's the beginning of the options part. Alex's notes say it. Offer options.
And you know what Mark said? He said, actually, yes. I can't move the salary now. But I can give you 2 extra vacation days. And I can approve the certification course you wanted. And let's put a salary review in 6 months. In writing.
In writing, look at him, professional.
I said, can we put that in an email? Just so we both remember. And he said yes. So I walked out with 2 days of vacation, a paid course, and a review in 6 months. Not the raise, but not nothing.
Not nothing at all. That's a real win. Okay, I need to say something here. Because I think half of our listeners just learned something big. Most people hear no, and the negotiation dies in their head. They think, okay. He said no. It's over. I failed. But negotiation is not one question. It's a conversation. The first no is just the door saying, use another key.
Another key. I like that. The money key didn't work. So I tried the vacation key, the training key, the time key.
Yes. Because here's the secret. The other side always has more than one currency. Money is one currency. But time, flexibility, titles, training, vacation, remote days, better equipment. Those are all currencies too. When you can't get one, you ask about the others.
Currencies. Wow. So my boss had a wallet full of currencies. And I almost left after the first no.
Exactly. And this connects to your note number 4. Build value. A negotiation is not a fight over one pizza slice. It's making the pizza bigger. Maybe I can't pay you more today, but I can invest in your course, which makes you more valuable, which makes the raise in 6 months easy. That's a bigger pizza.
Now I'm hungry and inspired at the same time. This is your podcast effect.
That's the brand. Hungry and inspired. Okay. But wait. I want to go back to one thing you said. You said, is there any flexibility? That word, flexibility, is one of the most powerful words in English negotiation. Can we give it a small moment of fame?
Give it fame. It earned it.
It did. Is there any flexibility on the price? Is the date flexible? We're flexible on the hours. Flexibility is the polite word for can we move? It opens the door without pushing. Compare it to, that's too expensive. Lower the price. Same goal. Very different music.
Different music again. You explain everything with music today.
Because language is music. Okay? Now, I have a question for you. During the meeting with Mark, was there a moment you wanted to just accept everything and run?
Yes, 3 times. When he said the budget is frozen, my body wanted to say, okay, sorry, thank you, bye. And you know why? Because asking feels uncomfortable. Like I'm taking something.
Hmm. Okay. This is the emotional part. And I want to slow down here. Because it's important. Alex, when you asked for the review in 6 months, were you taking something from Mark?
No? I mean, the company gets my work, my course results. No, I guess I was offering something too.
Yes. You were offering 6 more months of motivated Alex. That's valuable. This is the mindset shift. Negotiation is not stealing. It's trading. You bring value. Your time, your skills, your loyalty as a customer. Your money as a buyer? You're allowed to trade it well. Asking is not rude. Asking is honest.
Asking is honest. Okay, but Sophia, be honest with me. Don't some people negotiate too much? Like, I have an uncle who negotiates with children. He negotiated with his grandson about bedtime. The grandson is 4.
I love your uncle already. And yes, you can negotiate. If you negotiate everything, you become the person who turns dinner into a contract. I'll eat the broccoli if you give me the dessert up front. That's not charming. That's exhausting.
That's exactly him. He says things like, let's make a deal. To a 4-year-old.
Okay, so here's my rule. Negotiate the things that matter. And let go of the things that don't. Your salary matters. Your rent matters. The last slice of pizza does not matter. Let it go. Unless it's the last slice, then it matters.
The last slice is always a negotiation. There's an international law about the last slice.
There should be. Okay. Okay. Now I want to tell you my story. Because you suffered with Mark. And now it's my turn to suffer in public.
I'm ready. Popcorn ready. Tell us your worst negotiation.
Okay. 3 years ago, I needed to buy a used car. And I went to a used car place. You know the type. Flags on the roof. Big signs. Best prices in town. A man in a shiny shirt.
The shiny shirt is part of the business model.
It is. So the seller, let's call him Ray, shows me a car. And I made the classic beginner mistake in the first 30 seconds.
What? You smiled too much.
Worse. I said, oh my God. I love this car. It's perfect.
No. You showed your cards?
I showed all my cards. I basically handed him my wallet with a ribbon. And Ray heard it like a professional. His eyes changed. He knew I was in love. And from that moment, the price stopped moving.
Because if I love it, I will pay anything. He knew.
He knew. So I said, "What's your best price?" And he said, "For you. Because I like you. 9,500.
For you? Because I like you. The oldest sentence in the history of selling.
The oldest. And my brain said, "He likes you. Sophia. Take the deal. Don't be rude." But then I remembered my dad's rule. My dad is a very calm man. He taught me one thing about negotiation. Silence is a sentence.
Silence is a sentence. Wait. Explain.
After somebody gives you a price, you don't answer immediately. You stay silent. You look at the thing. You nod slowly. You say nothing. The silence makes the other person nervous. And usually, they start talking again. And they move their own price.
That's evil. I love it. Did it work on Ray?
I did the silence. Ray lasted 4 seconds. Then he said, "Okay. Okay. For you, 9,200. 4 seconds of silence bought me $300.
That's the most expensive silence I've ever heard of.
Right?" But then Ray played his MasterCard. He said, "Tell you what. Let me talk to my manager." And he walked into a small office and closed the door.
The theater begins.
The theater, he was gone for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. I could see him through the glass. He was drinking water. He was checking his phone. At one point, I'm sure, he was just standing there, waiting for the 10 minutes to feel real.
He was cooking the deal, letting it simmer.
Simmering. Then he comes out. Tired face? Loose tie? And he says, "I fought for you." The manager said no. But I pushed. 9,000. Final. I never do this.
And you knew it was theater.
I knew. But here's the thing. The theater is part of the dance. He needed to feel like he fought. And I needed to feel like I won. So I played my part. I looked sad. I said, I don't know. It's still above my budget."
And then, the walk away? I see it coming.
The walk away. I said, "Let me think about it and sleep on it." And I walked to the door. And everybody. I want you to imagine. I had my hand on the door handle. And Ray said, "Wait. Wait, wait, wait. What's your number?"
The door handle is the most powerful negotiation tool in the world.
It is. The walk away is power. Because it shows you're okay without the deal. A person who can walk away is the strongest person in the room. So I said my number. 8,500. And we met in the middle. 8. 8. With new tires included.
New tires, the sweetener.
The sweetener. Because when the price stops moving, you ask for extras. Throw in the tires. Include delivery. Add the case. That's sweetening the deal. We met in the middle. And we both walked away feeling like we won.
Win. Win. My note number 5. Both sides happy.
both sides happy. And that's the goal. Not I destroyed him. If you destroy the other side, they remember it, and they find a way to take it back later. Win. Win is not soft. Win. Win is smart.
Okay, I have a question. Because your story is great, but it's a car. A big thing. What about small things? Everyday things. Because most listeners will not buy a car this week, but they will buy tomatoes.
Tomatoes? Okay. Yes. Let's talk about markets. Do you negotiate at the market?
In my country, yes, sometimes. At the street market, for clothes, for souvenirs. But here, I always feel strange. Is it okay to negotiate in a normal shop? Like, if I buy a lamp, can I say, can you do a better price?
Great question. Rule of thumb. In most Western countries, you don't negotiate the price of small fixed price things. The coffee, the tomatoes, the lamp in a big store. The price is the price. But there are still negotiations hiding everywhere.
Hiding where?
In the exceptions. Damaged things. Hey, this lamp has a small scratch. Is there any flexibility on the price? That's totally normal. Or big purchases. Furniture? Electronics. A mattress. If I buy the mattress and the frame together, can you do a package price? Also normal. Or the magic question at the end of any expensive thing. Is that your best price?
Is that your best price? I feel like that question needs a serious face.
A calm face. Not serious. Calm. And a silence after? Remember the silence.
The silence is doing a lot of work in this episode.
The silence is the host. Nobody pays. Okay. Your turn. Give me a small everyday negotiation from your life. Not salary. Not cars. Something small and human.
Okay. Last week, my internet bill went up. 20% more. For the same internet. So I called the company. And I will be honest, I was shaking a little. On the phone with a stranger.
Phone negotiations are the boss level. Because you can't see the face. Okay? Tell me. How did it start?
The agent said, "How can I help you?" And I said, "Hi. I'm calling about my bill. It went up 20%. And I'd like to understand why." I didn't attack. I said I'd like to understand. From my notes? Understand before you fight.
Look at the notes working in real life. I'm getting emotional. What did the agent say?
She said, "Oh, your promotional price ended. Now it's the regular price." And I said, "I see, but I've been a customer for 3 years, and I found a cheaper offer with another company. Is there any flexibility on the price?"
You used the loyalty card and the competitor card. Beautiful. And?
She put me on hold for 2 minutes. When she came back, she said, "We can offer you 10% off if you commit to 12 months." And my brain heard commit and thought, prison. Commit to 12 months sounded like a sentence. In jail.
I was committed to 12 months. Yes, commit has that other meaning? But in contracts, it just means you agree to stay. Commit to a plan. Commit to a date. It's not prison. Although, some contracts feel like prison? Honestly,
Honestly, yes. So I said, 12 months is a long time. What about 10% off with no commitment? Or 5% off with 6 months? Offer options from the notes.
Alex, you were offering packages. That's pro behavior. What was the final deal?
Final deal. 15% off. 12 months. And they included the faster speed for free. I walked away. Well, I sat away, feeling like a winner. My friend Kareem now calls me the negotiator.
The negotiator. From pay and smile to the negotiator in 1 week. Everybody, I need you to hear this. The only difference between Alex last month and Alex this week is one phone call. 1. The skill is learnable. It's not a personality gift. It's a muscle.
A muscle with a silence exercise.
With a silence exercise. Yes. Okay? You know what time it is?
I know what time it is. My stomach says lunch, but your face says role play.
My face says roleplay. Let's practice. Because listening is nice, but your mouth needs training too. Here's the situation. You want to buy a laptop at a small shop? I'm the seller. I'm friendly, but I love my prices. Ready?
Ready? Soft voice. Strong number. Here I go. Hi. I'm looking at this laptop. It's nice. What's the price?
That one is 1,200. Best machine in the store? Fast. Light. Beautiful screen.
It is beautiful. It's a little above my budget, to be honest. Is there any flexibility on the price?
For you? Because I like you. 1,150.
There it is. The because I like you. Okay. Thank you. But I saw a similar model online for 1,000. If I buy today, in cash, could you meet me in the middle?
You drive a hard bargain. 1,100. And I throw in a bag?
A bag is nice, but I also need the extended warranty. If you include the warranty and the bag, I'll take it today at 1,100.
Wait. Hold on. Break character. Alex? You were about to win everything. But I noticed something. You said I'll take it today too fast. You showed your excitement. Remember my car mistake?
You're right. I got excited about the bag. The bag broke me.
The bag broke him. Okay. Again. Slower. Use the silence. From my last offer. 1,100 and a bag.
I see. I look at the laptop. I nod slowly. I say nothing for 3 seconds.
Already I'm nervous. Stop it. Okay, okay. And the warranty too. But only if you pay now.
Deal. Shake on it.
Shake on it. Everybody. Did you hear that? He used the silence on me? His teacher? I'm so proud and a little offended.
You taught me well. The silence is yours now and forever. I'm just renting it.
Renting it. With an option to buy? Okay. Swap. I'll be the customer. You be the seller. Sell me. This microphone.
This microphone? Okay. Hello. Welcome to my shop. This microphone is special. It was used in a famous podcast.
Oh, really? Which podcast?
The best podcast. 2 hosts. One very charismatic. One with a sweaty hand. This microphone has history. It has vibes. The price is $500.
500 for a used microphone? That's a rip. Off. I mean... It's a little above my budget. Is there any flexibility?
For you. Because I like you. $499.
That's $1. That's not flexibility. That's decoration.
It's a symbolic discount. Very professional.
Okay. Seller. Here's my offer. 200. And I'll tell everybody the microphone is magic.
200 is low. But the magic story is valuable for my brand. Tell you what. 300, and you also buy the mug. The English confidence. Success mug.
You're selling me my own mug?
In this shop, everything is for sale. Except Potato. She's not for sale. She's the manager.
I'm buying the mug back from you. This is the most confusing deal of my life. Deal. 300? Shake.
Shake. Pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. That was fun. But I want to zoom out for a second. Because there's something we haven't said yet. And I think it's the elephant in the room for many listeners.
The elephant. Which one?
The feeling that negotiation is conflict. Many people, and I see this a lot in our messages, they avoid negotiation because they're afraid of the awkwardness. They think, if I push, the person will be angry. If I ask, I'll look cheap. Alex, be honest. When you called the internet company, what were you afraid of?
Okay. I was afraid the agent would be cold. Or she would say no in a way that makes me feel small. Like, this is the price. Take it or leave it. I was afraid of feeling small.
Thank you. That's the real sentence. Afraid of feeling small. And here's what I want you to hear. A polite question never makes you small. Is there any flexibility? Is a respectful question between 2 adults. If somebody makes you feel small for asking, that's their problem, not yours. And usually, they don't. Because people say yes more than we think.
People say yes more than we think.
There's actually famous research about this. They asked people to ask strangers for small favors. A discount. Borrow a phone. A ride. And the result was shocking. People said yes way more often than the askers predicted. We underestimate how kind people are. We think the answer is no. So we never ask. And the no we imagine is worse than the no we get?
The no we imagine. That's a good sentence. My imagined no is always a monster. The real no is usually just a guy shrugging.
A guy shrugging. Exactly. The real no is survivable. The imagined no is a horror movie. So today, we cancel the horror movie. We ask the question. We get the shrug. We smile. We try another door.
Another key. We're back to the keys. This episode is full of keys and pizzas and silences. My notes are becoming a poem.
A negotiation poem. I'd buy that book. Okay. Before we go to the final challenge, I want to give listeners some quick phrases for written negotiation. Because a lot of negotiation today is in email and messages. Renting an apartment. Buying things online. Freelance work.
Yes, online I feel braver. No face. No sweat. Give me the phrases.
For an apartment. Hi. I love the place, but it's slightly above my budget. Is the rent flexible at all if I sign for a longer period? One message. Polite. With an option inside.
The option inside. The longer period. Nice. For freelance. When a client says your price is high,
You say, I understand budget is a factor. I can adjust the scope to fit your budget. That means I can do less work for less money without lowering my rate. You protect your price. You change the pizza size.
change the pizza size, not the price of the slice. I'm never going to look at pizza the same way again.
Pizza is the best teaching tool in history. Okay. Final challenge time.
My heart is ready. My silence is ready.
It's called deal or no deal. I give you a situation. You give me your negotiation move. Fast. 1 or 2 sentences. Ready?
Ready. Prepare. Speak. Negotiate. Succeed. Go.
Situation 1. Your friend always chooses the restaurant. Always. Today, you want Thai food. He says, let's do burgers again. Move.
How about a deal? Thai today. Burgers next week. We take turns.
Clean win. Win. Situation 2. Your landlord says the rent goes up 10%. Move?
I understand costs are going up. Is there any flexibility if I sign for 18 months instead of 12?
The loyalty and commitment card. Beautiful. Situation 3. Your boss says, Alex, can you work this Friday? We're short on people. You had plans. Move.
I can do Friday, if I can take Monday off. That way I keep my plans, and the team is covered.
Trading. Not suffering. Perfect. Situation 4. At a market, the seller says 50 for a jacket. You think it's worth 30? Move.
It's a nice jacket, but 50 is a bit out of my range. Would you take 30? 5. And then, silence.
The silence. He added the silence. I'm getting goosebumps. Situation 5. You bought shoes online. They arrived with a scratch. Customer service says, we can offer a return. But you want to keep them. Move.
I'd like to keep them. Honestly, given the scratch. Is there any flexibility on the price? Maybe a partial refund?
Partial refund. Native. Level move. Last one. Situation 6. Potato the cat is sleeping on your chair. You want to sit? Move.
I see you're comfortable. How about a deal? You get the left side and the blanket. I get the right side. Win. Win.
And we all know the result.
She took the whole chair. I stood for 2 hours. Some negotiations you lose to a higher power.
Cats are the only true win. Lose negotiators. Okay. Alex, final question before we wrap. After today, after the salary talk, the phone call, the silence, the bag, do you feel like a pro?
I feel like an amateur with good tools, which is better than an amateur with a sweaty hand. I still get nervous, but now I know the nervous feeling is not a stop sign. It's just the door feeling heavy before the door words open it.
The door words. From episode 31. Look at you. Building a universe. And I love amateur with good tools. Because that's everybody. Even Ray, the shiny shirt man, gets nervous. Even my dad. The tools make you calm. The practice makes you confident.
And the mug makes me successful. English, confidence, success. In that order.
In that order. Okay. Everybody. We negotiated a lot today. And now it's time to negotiate the ending. Because I say we end here. And Alex usually wants 5 more minutes.
I was going to ask for 5 more minutes, but let me make it a deal. I take 3 minutes now. And next episode, I choose the first topic.
I see. Counter. Offer? You take 2 minutes now. And next episode, you choose the snack we eat on air.
2 minutes in the snack? That's a win. Win. Deal. Shake on it.
Shake on it. And everybody. Look at that. We negotiated the outro live. Nothing in this podcast is scripted. Not even the goodbye.
It's true. Okay. My 2 minutes. 1. Thank you for listening. 2. This week, ask one small question. 1. Is there any flexibility? Ask it somewhere small. A market, a shop, a bill. And tell us what happened. We read your messages, and we want the negotiation stories.
Yes. Please send them. And next episode, we finally do the small talk episode I promised. How to talk about nothing for 10 minutes and make friends with strangers. Alex has already promised me a story about an elevator.
The elevator story is real, and it's embarrassing. So prepare yourselves.
I'm preparing. Until then, prepare, speak, negotiate, succeed. And if a cat takes your chair, remember, some deals are win, lose, and that's okay.
Good English. Good life. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. And Potato says bye. From my chair.